بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Today's hadith from Imam Bukhari's book of Sahih is what's mentioned regarding the hand-to-hand exchange of knowledge, or the writing of knowledge, and by the people of knowledge to various lands. When it comes to knowledge, especially nowadays, there are so many different ways knowledge could be acquired. First, we were just dealing with Google and dealing with internet. Before that, we were dealing with books, and so now we're dealing with artificial intelligence and all of these things. And these ahadith, you might think that, oh, it doesn't really mean much. But now when you think about it, it's so important to realize that how our deen was preserved. Because you see, artificial intelligence it may be, but it makes very crazy blunders. Google makes very crazy blunders. But human testimony is the highest level of authentication. Human testimony is the highest level of authentication, the highest level of preservation. And so when it comes to this, we're dealing with what is mentioned regarding the hand-to-hand exchange of knowledge and the writing of knowledge by the people of knowledge. So Anas ibn Malik radiallahu anhu, he said that Uthman ibn Affan radiallahu anhu made some copies of the Mus'haf and sent them to far off places. Abdullah bin Umar radiallahu anhu says that Yahya bin Sa'id, Malik ibn Anas held that to be permissible. So before there was actually a question that could you write a copy of the Quran and just send it over? Right? Like that's how careful they were. Because they thought that it's only an oral tradition. Like you learn from someone, so you basically pass it down to them the same way. So you basically, let the way you've learned it, you basically teach it to them the same exact way. But over here, we are learning about not just oral, but is it okay to write something and send it off to them as well? It all just goes to show how much precaution they had when it came to preserving and transferring knowledge. Preservation and transference of knowledge are a huge part of this deen. It wasn't just something as simple like, okay, let me just go ChatGPT and see how it works. It wasn't just, let me just go Google and see how it works. Let me just go. No, like preserving it to make sure that every single thing detailed is right, correct, there's no ambiguity, there's nothing like that. All of these are to be part of very important parts of deen as well. So inshallah, today we're going to go to the last section of this book itself. So mashallah, we're going to be concluding the new book that I've introduced, the Arabic Tutor. That book comes in 8 volumes, and today we're going to be finishing 1 volume. So that's a big milestone. We are finishing 1/8 of the course that we've started. And by 1/8 of the course, we should feel accomplished that we are actually achieving something. There are a few very important concepts that we're going to learn today, and those concepts are called ad-dama'ir, damir, basically saying like mine and yours and his and ours, all of these different things, we're going to be learning those today. So just like before every lesson, we're going to go through the conversation and see how much of the conversation you actually know and how much of the conversation you don't know, so you could judge yourself and based on that put in effort. So the first lesson, yes?
What page is this on the old book?
The old book. Old book, let me try it out.
54.
54?
Lesson 10 in the old book.
54.
Okay, I think I found it.
You got it?
Yeah, lesson 10.
54, you went too far.
Oh. Well, he found it. Alright. So, Hamid and Muhammad are having a conversation, and we're just going to go through that conversation to see if you guys are able to understand everything. The first one is Man Anta. Can somebody translate that?
Where are you from?
Where are you from? No.
No.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
So remember, there's a difference between man and min, right? This is what makes sense. Man anta, who are you? Okay. Now the next one. أنا طالب بالجامعة.
I'm a student in the university.
I'm a student at the university. جامعة means university. Very good. أنت طالب جديد?
Are you a new student?
Very good. نعم. Yes.
Yes.
أنا طالب جديد.
I'm
من أين أنت؟
Where are you from?
أنا من الهند. ما اسمك؟
What's your name?
اسمي
What's your
محمد.
name? اسمي محمد.
ومن هذا الفتى الذي معك؟ ومن
Who?
and who هذا الفتى. What does فتى mean?
Open?
No, not فتح. فتى.
That doesn't matter. Is with me. Who's something is with
فتى is young boy. Okay? And who is this young boy? الذي, the one, معك. What does معك mean? What does مع mean?
with you.
Ma means you, with, and ka means you. When you combine both, ma'ak, it means with you. So, وَمَنْ هَذَا الْفَتَى الَّذِي مَعَكَ? And who is this young man with you? Right? Who is Amidi?
He is my colleague.
He's my colleague. What makes him my colleague is Zamil, is what? Zamil, it means classmate, fellow, right? And this ya is mine. So Zamili. Just the way ka over here means yours, ya over here means mine. أهو أيضا من الهند?
Is he also from?
Is he also
Yes.
from
أيضا
India?
means also like we've done before. Is he also from it? لا هو من اليابان.
It's not that.
He is from
ما اسمه?
What's his name?
What's his name? So this is basically now another thing that we're learning, just the way we learn kaf and ya, we're learning like before we learn how do you say what's name? How do you say name? Ism,
Yes.
right? But when you add a who to it, it means who. Who's
Yes.
his? Or who masmuhu, who is he? Right? So over here, just like ka, ya, ha. So ka is his, ya is mine, who is his. So what's his name? Masmuhu, what's his name? Ismuhu, his name is Hamza. Ma lughatuka ya Muhammad? What is your language? Ka, see over here who comes. Over here ka comes. And over here ya comes. Lughati al-Urdiya. Urdiya means?
Urbans?
Urdiya means Urdu. Urdiya means
My
Urdu.
language is Urdu.
My language is Urdu. أهي لغة سهلة?
Is that language easy?
Is it an easy language? نعم. هي لغة سهلة. Yes, it's an easy language. وحمزة ما لغته? See who comes over here, which means we're referring to his. And Hamza, what's his language? لغته اليابانية. What's Yabaniya?
Japanese.
Yes, Japanese. His language is
Yeah.
Japanese. وهي لغة صعبة, and it is a hard language. أين أبوك يا محمد? Where is your father, O Muhammad?
The Kuwait.
أبي في الكويت هو طبيب شهير. My father is Ya over here comes.
The doctor.
Over here Ka comes, over here Ya comes. My father is in Kuwait. هو طبيب شهير. He is a
Famous doctor.
Shahir means famous. He's a famous doctor. وأين, what is this?
وأين أمك؟
Ummuka. Ummuka means
Your mother.
your mother. Where's your mother? هي أيضا في الكويت مع أبي. She is.
She's also in Kuwait with
She's
my
also in Kuwait with my father.
هي مدرسة هناك. She is a teacher over there. أذهبت إلى الكويت يا محمد؟ أذهبت إلى الكويت يا محمد؟
Have you been to Kuwait?
Yes. So ta comes for you. Have you been to Kuwait? ذهب is for him. ذهبت is for her. ذهبت is for you. ذهبتي is for you female. Right? Now ذهبت. ذهبت here is for I went. وزميلك أين أبوه? And your friend, where is his father? أبوه في اليابان. His father is in Japan. هو تاجر كبير. He is a big merchant. ألك أخ يا محمد? ألك أخ يا محمد?
Your brother?
You have a brother?
La comes for what? This is lam and kaf together. What does lam come for?
You have.
You have. And kaf is for you. So do you have a brother, O Muhammad? Right? If you want to say lam is for and ka is you. So laka is you. Do you have a brother? Okay. Now, yes. Again, lam and ya. What does lam come for? For. And ya comes for you. Do you? Ya comes for me. So lam and ya. I have. Naam, li. I have. Akhun. Wahidun. Ismuhu. His name is Usama. وهو معي. He's with me. هنا في المدينة المنورة. ولي. And I have. أخت واحدة. اسمها. Her name. So for a guy we say who. For a girl we say ha. For a guy we say who. For a girl we say ha. Zainab. وهي. And she is في العراق مع زوجها وزوجها مهندس. حامد.
Is with my wife?
No. So وهي في العراق and she is in Iraq مع زوجها with her
Husband.
husband. وزوجها مهندس and her yes. حامد now says أعندك سيارة يا أخي.
You have a car as well?
Yeah. And then Muhammad says لا. No.
Do you have
ما
a car?
says لا ما عندي سيارة. No, I do not have a car. عندي دراجة. I have a bike. حمزة عنده سيارة. Hamza has a car. طيب, now it's all going to be basically a practice of some of the things that we learned, which is ka for yours, ki for hers, yours but female, and then hu for his, female, ha for her, and ya for mine. So ka, ki, hu, ha, ya. These are all basically the vibes that we are learning together. Besides that, obviously there's like huwa and hiya.
What was
He is,
that?
she is. Huh?
What was ka and ki?
Ka is for his, male. Ki is for hers, for female. Hu is for his, male. Ha is for hers, female. Ya is for mine, me. And na is for ours. And huwa is him, hiya is her. So this is an important list that you guys should all definitely memorize. These words, these letters that you see, will come at the end of a word. These letters will come at the end of the word. I'm going to have a quick quiz. And I want everybody to go. I want everybody to practice this list. We'll start off with the first.
I have a chart for all these.
Okay.
We can make copies and give to everybody.
Yeah, inshallah. What I'll do is either I'll take a picture, send it in the WhatsApp group,
No.
and I'll send a few different ones on the WhatsApp group, inshallah. But let's all practice, okay? So let's start off over here. Let's say, okay, Shah Sahib, we can start. We can have, I think we have two Shah Sahibs. One is Dr. Shah, so it's different. Okay, so let's say you wanted to say her pen. What would you say? Her pen. We're gonna go in order.
Qalam.
Qalamuha, very good. You want to say my car. What are you gonna say? No. You have to use one of these. Not ana sayyara. If you say ana sayyara means I'm a car. You don't want to say I'm a car. You want to say my car.
My car. Sayyarati.
Yes. So you're gonna attach this to it. This one. Yeah. Sayyarati. Okay. You want to say our masjid. Our masjid. Yes. So remember, you have to add the namas at the end. Yeah, masjid. Just masjid. Masjid. So you just say the word and you add at the end of it one of these. Okay? In fact, actually, these two don't even belong here. Let me just make it simple so there's no confusion at all. The huwa here and there. Okay. So now with these, okay. Now go to the next person. Let's say her. You're speaking to a girl and you're saying your book.
Your book?
Yes.
Your book. Kitabuki.
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 Yeah. Default of everything will be dhamma. There's nothing changing. Okay. All right. Now we'll go to Dr. Saab. You want to say, well, let's say what word? You could say house. Yeah, how say house in Arabic? No, Dr. Saab. No, okay, let's say pen. Okay, so let's say pen, right? So say your pen. Your pen. Yeah. Your pen.
Car?
Yes, very good. Qalamuka means your pen. Okay? Faber, you want to say my child. How do you say child?
Waladun is boy, no?
Walad is boy.
Yeah.
Child, boy, whatever. You could say child, boy.
So my
But you
child.
want to say my. You want to add my to it.
Huh? No.
Huh? So for my, you'll add this ya.
Yeah.
This ya. So what would you say then?
Yeah. Waladi.
Waladi. Very good. You'll say waladi. Okay. For our sister, you want to say book, her book. What would you say? No, her book. You're not speaking to the person in second person. Kitabuha. Very good. Alright? So, are we getting a grip of how to use these at least? Right? So, I'm going to go over it one more time so that you know. The first one, the Kitabuha, is for speaking to a guy and saying your book, Kitabuha, to a guy. I'm speaking to a girl and I'm saying your book, I'll say Kitabuki. I'm speaking about a boy and I'm saying his book, I'll say Kitabuhu. I'm speaking about a girl, I will say Kitabuha. I'm speaking about myself, I will say Kitabi. I'm speaking about our book, I will say Kitabuna. Right? That's why we say Rabbuna. That's why we say Rabbi. Right? Because we are adding that thing to it, my Lord. Right? Our Lord. So now over here we have.
Sorry, what's the difference between Rabbi with a ya and a Rabbi with just ba and a
Yeah, so I think this came last week as well, and we said it's going to come in later lessons, that you are allowed sometimes when it's already understood and it's already recited as Rabbi, you're allowed to drop the ya. You're allowed to drop the ya. It still gives the same meaning, same everything. Yeah. So
This year and say yeah.
no, totally different yas. Yeah. That one is called Ya'ul Munada. Ya'ul Munada is the ya for calling out. This one, you're not really calling out. You could say, my child. You're not calling the child. You're saying, waladi, my child. Right? Babert, I said, my waladi, so you can practice. Right? I said, my child, so you say, waladi. Right? Okay. Masmuka. Okay? So, ma, ism, ka. So this is three things. One is ma, then this is ism, then you have ka. And you can say masmuka, masmuki, depending on who you're talking to. If you're talking to a guy or a girl, right? You're talking to a guy, you say masmuka. You're talking to a girl, you say masmuki. Okay,
What's your name?
exactly. Min aina anta. Anta is the same as ka, right? Anta is the same as ka. But it's damir munfasil, this is damir muttasil. Muttasil means an attached damir. Munfasil means detached, right? So ka means yours. Same as saying anta, yours, you. No, so you will not say min ainak because aina does not, you cannot attach anything to aina. You could attach something to a noun. Aina is not a noun, right? And similarly, anti is for a. So we learned these. Now let me see if I can. I'll probably write these down better for you guys later. But so let's just say
It's the 16.
ka will equal anta. Ka anta, and then
Ki,
ki
anti,
anti. Okay, so that's why min aina anta. This one is ma lughatuka. What is your language? Aina abuka. Where is your father? Aina ummuka. Where is your mother? Alaka, laka. So remember we talked about laka is basically lam and kaf together, and which means do you have? And lam and ya together will mean I have. Lam and noon together will mean we have. So the lam merely means have, and the ka, ki, who, na, ni, all of those things are referring to who has. That's all. Okay. ألك أخت؟ أعندك سيارة؟ أعندك دراجة؟ أعندك قلم؟ All of these are now just practices. That's all it is. We've just covered all of it, but it's just practice. Now from ka I move to who. أين أبوه؟ أين أمه؟ أين عمته؟ أين لغته؟ أبوه? Same thing. Okay, what it's saying over here is that you will have to add over here, here, and here. Either a who or a ha. Okay, can somebody tell me when will you add a who versus a ha? Exactly, that's it. Male or female. If you're talking about his, you'll say who. If you're talking about her, you'll say ha. So who and ha depends on whether you're talking about male or female. Okay. هذه البنت طالبة. This little girl, she's a student. اسمها or اسمه Zainab?
Ismuha.
اسمها. Why ha? Because we're talking about a female girl. Okay. محمد طبيب. Muhammad is doctor. وابنه or ابنها? Muhandisun. Which one? Ibnuhu or Ibnuha? Who? Why? Because we're talking about a guy. هذا الرجل تاجر كبير. اسمه or اسمها? Who? Because we're talking about a guy. Yeah. So that's all we're practicing over here. أعندك قلم؟ نعم عندي قلم. So one of the things that we learned before was zarf. Zarf is basically something that refers to time or place. Usually the word after it will be mudaf ilayh. But of course when it comes to these damais that we said over here, that we covered over here, see these things right here? You know we learned in the past, if you add a fi in front of it, it will change into kasra. If it's a mudaf ilayh, it will change. These things never change. They will always stay like this. They do not change because of anything. Okay? Now with this over here, we're talking about inda. Inda, in normal circumstances, if there's a word after it, it will have a kasra. For example, if I say inda al-masjid, so in reality it is what? Inda al-masjid, D, because it will always have a kasra after it. If I say inda al-mudiri, inda al-mudiri,
It's definite.
huh?
No.
Yeah, inda al-mudiri. But I will always say ri. Why? Because of the inda. It's a zarf, so it will, the word after it will be mudaf ilayh. Over here, we are not dealing with other words. We're just dealing with ka, ki, ha, hi. And inda means by. So if I say inda al-masjidi, by the masjid. Inda al-mudiri, by or with. Inda could come in multiple different meanings, but depending on the context you could tell. If somebody asks me, Ayn al-imam, where is the imam? And if I say inda al-mudiri, he's with the principal. He is with the principal. If I say, وَأَيْنَ الْقَلَمُ, and where's the pen? And I want to say he has it, I'll say, عِنْدَهُ, he has it. If I say, أَعِنْدَكَ قَلَمٌ, do you have the pen? عِنْدَكَ, you have. If I'm talking to a girl, I'll say, أَعِنْدَكِ قَلَمٌ, do you have a pen? أَعِنْدَهَا, does she have a pen? Right? So عِنْدَ means to have or to be by. So if I say, أين سيارة? Where is your car? أين سيارتك أين واقفة? Where is your car parked? And you could say, عند طبيب الأسنان. عند طبيب الأسنان. It's by the dentist. Right? You say, عند طبيب الأسنان. It's by the dentist. So, أعندك قلم. What does this mean? Means,
Does he have
remember, you need to translate correctly. What does ka come for?
Masculine beings.
Ka, you're speaking directly to the person.
You?
Yes, very good. So how would you translate it?
Do you have a pen?
Yeah, do you have pen? Do you have a pen? That's what it is. Do you have a pen? The way you translated it, does he have the pen? It would be أعنده قلم. Not أعندك قلم. That's the difference. عنده he has. عندك you have. Okay? Now, yes. عندي قلم. Now, how could we translate this?
Yes.
Yeah, not that no, it's my pen. Indi gives a meaning of what? To have. So you'll say, yes,
I have.
yes, I have a pen. Naam, yes, I have a pen. Naam, عندي قلم. That's it. عندك قلم؟ لا، ما عندي قلم. طيب. أضف الأسماء الآتية إلى complete the following paragraph. Okay, so look at this. You see, we take one word, but we form different things to it. Baytun, we say house. Bayti, my house. Baytuka, your house. Baytuhu, his house. Baytuha, her house. So similarly, qalam. هذا قلمي, هذا قلمك, هذا قلمه, هذا قلمها. You are supposed to do the same for all of these. This is your homework. You're supposed to do kitabun, kitabi, kitabuka, kitabuhu, kitabuha. Sarirun, sariri, sariruka, sariruha, sariruhu. So you're going to do this for all of these. Understood? Good. And we've done this as well. Lam comes for you, to have. Lam comes for have. If you add ya to it, it will be I have. If you add ka to it, it will be you have. If you add hu to it, it will be he has. If you add ha to it, it will be she has. So it's hers. Basically, it gives the meaning of belonging. So li means I have. Laka means you have, or it's yours. Lahu means for him, and laha means is for her. So li ukhtun wahidatun. I have one sister. Alaka akhun. Do you have a brother? La. No. Ma li akhun. I do not have a brother. And ukhtiyana. طيب. Up to here, everybody understood? طيب. We learned dharf. Remember we learned dharf? We're going to keep on adding to the list of dharf. What were some of the things that we, first of all, what is dharf? Can somebody remind us? Yes, it's basically time, words that explain time and place. What does it do to the word after it? It makes it mudaf ilayh, which means that it will add a kasra to it. So, we've learned in the past some dhuruf. For example, we learned tahta. You guys remember tahta? We learned amama. We learned inda. Today we're going to learn ma. Ma gives the meaning of to have. Ma gives the meaning of to have. It's almost like the meaning of inda, but inda has multiple uses. Ma means specifically you have something in possession, right? So, Kharaja means to leave. Hamidun left. Ma'a with Khalidin with Khalid. That's why is Khalidin majroor? Why is it Khalidin? Why is it a Khalidun?
Because
It's mudaf ilayh. Why? Because Ma'a serves as a zarf. And so Hamid left with Khalid. With. So it gives the meaning of with. ذهب الطبيب. The doctor went. مع المهندس. He went with the engineer. جلس المدرس مع المدير. So now مع you could also add it to ka. معك. Do you have? معي. I have. معها. She has. معه. He has. So that's why he brings it up, because the kaki, huha, you can add ma to it and it will give the meaning of he has, I have, you have, it will give ma'ana, we have, all of that. Man ma'aka ya Ali, what does this mean? What does man mean? Who? Ma means with. Ka means you. So, who do you have? Ya Ali. Okay. Ma'i means with me. Zamili, my fellow classmate. I have my fellow classmate. Aminatu ma'aha. Amina has with her zawjuha, her husband. خرج أبي من البيت. من خرج معه? Who left with him? خرج معه عمي, my uncle went.
So that's a past tense, right? Is it?
Kharaja is a past tense. Okay. Now we're going to learn Baytun, Baytuka, Baytuhu, Baytuha, Bayti. We covered this before, right? Now we're learning another one. Abuka, Abuhu, Abuha, Abi. And then Akhuka, Akhuhu, Akhuha, and Akhi. So, Abun and Akhun are a little bit different than regular words, and we're not going to see that difference now. We're going to see that difference later on when it's combined together. But he brings it here. These are called al-asma al-khamsa, the 5 different words. They have a little bit of different ruling applying to it, but in this case it doesn't. All it's saying is, if I want to say your father, I'll say Abuka. His father, Abuhu. Her father, Abuha. My father, Abi. Ahuka, Ahuhu, Ahu. All of that is the same. Later on we'll come to it and we'll tell you where the difference is. Okay.
here we have added that wall.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Yeah. So we over here in the natural case, let's say there's no fa before it. It's not mudaf ilayh to anything. Instead of a ta marbuta, instead of a dhamma, it will just add a waw. If you were to, and that's the part that I will explain later on, whenever you add min before it, fa before it, instead of getting a kasra, it will get a ya. But in this case, abun and akhun, the difference over here is bayt stays as its 3 letters, ba, ya, ta, and you just add a ka to it. Here, ba, ya, ta, you just add a ha to it. Ba, ya, ta, you just add a ha alif to it. Over here, the actual root letters are 2, which is alif and ba. But if you want to add a damir to it, which means ka, hu, ha, ya, you will have to add this waw in the middle. And in this case, obviously, ya, you're adding ya. And then same thing over here. You're going to add waw over here. The place where it becomes a little bit, technical is in the cases where it's supposed to get a kasra or it's supposed to get a fatha. But those are the places I will get to later on. I'm not going to discuss that now. I'm just going to. طيب. Abi, my father. Wa ummi, my father, my mother. Fil bayti, they're in the house. Abuka, ya Hamidu. Aina abuka, ya Hamidu. ذهب إلى السوق. Akhuka, see the waw is added over here. So in default cases where it's a dhamma, nothing is affecting it, you'll add a waw in order to add a damir to it. Zainab fil riyadi, akhu ha, abu ha fil munawwara. The same thing, the only thing you're really learning over here is you're just adding a waw in the middle. Muhammadun, Khalidun, I'm just kind of confused because it goes okay. I thought it went straight from 6 to 9. I'm like, what happened to 7, 8? But it's going to 9th lesson. So Muhammadun, Khalidun, Hamidun, Abbasun, Mahmudun, Hamzatu, Talha. Can somebody tell me what's the difference between these? Okay, let me make it easy. All of this first line, they have something, all share. And all of the second line, they all share another thing. And they're different from each other.
They are masculine names with Tamar Buddha.
Yes, they're defenders. They're mamnoom in as-sarf. So remember we said that we're going to learn categories of mamnoom in as-sarf as we go on. We learn feminine names with Tamar Buddha. We learn certain body parts that comes in pair that are also defenders. Today we're learning a new criteria, which is masculine names with Tamar Buddha. They can also be defenders. And so these are words that will not accept a tanween or a kasra. They will not accept all of these guys right here. So Hamza, you cannot say Hamzatun. You cannot say Talhatan. You cannot say Usamatin. You cannot say Muawiyati. Can you say Muhammadan, Muhammadin, Muhammadun, Muhammada, Muhammad? Any of these? Khalidun, Dantin, Hamidun, Dantin, Abbasun, Sansun, Muhammadan, Muhammadin. There is no limit to it.
What is
But
the name?
for these ones,
No, you said
Mamnu min as-sarf, yes.
Nasa.
Yes. We just call it defenders to make it easy. Okay. Read the following and verbalize the end. So all you're doing over here is basically seeing whether you can distinguish a mamnu min as-sarf from a non-mamnu min as-sarf. So we'll go it over. Everybody will say one, the first one, then second one. You want to make it very clear. So for example, if it's Muhammadun, you should say Muhammadun, Aminatu. Make it very clear so we know whether you know it's mamnu min as-sarf or not. So let's start with you again. So Khalid, Khalidun, Hamza, Tu, Amma, Run, Anas, Sun, Muawiyah, Tu, Hamid, Usama, Ikrima, Abbas, Muhammad, Talha. These are the new words that we learned in this lesson. Zamir means classmate or fellow. Zawj means spouse. Wahid means one. Fatan means young boy. Ma'a means with. Tifl means child. Kuwait is Kuwait. What did we learn today? We learned ya, ha, hu, ka, and ki as well. Here are some examples of it. Kitabu ka, kitabu hu, kitabu ha, kitabu ya. Kitabi, kitabu ya. Now, the next one. We learned that whenever there are asma'ul khamsa, there's 5 of these names. As I said, we're going to cover them later. Right now, he's just introducing 2 of them, Abu and Akhu. Whenever you want to add a damir to it, ka, ha, ya, you will add a wa. And then you will be able to add to it. Then we learn about, these are all, what's it called? Abu Muhammadin, Akhu Muhammadin, all of that. Yeah, these ones, again, he brings it up again, Abu Muhammad, Akhu Muhammad, you're not going to see, like, basically the real word is Ab. And if you want to add Muhammad, like the father of Muhammad, technically you should write Ab and Muhammad, right? Just the way you would write Qalam and Muhammad. If I want to write the pen of Muhammad, right? You just write Qalam and Muhammad, Qalamu Muhammadin. But over here, what he's trying to say is that for Abun and Akhun in the 5 names that we're going to learn later, but over here we're focusing just on Ab and Akh. If you want to add a mudaf ilayh to it, you have to add the waw, just the way you would add it when you're going to add a ka or a ha or a hu or a ya. Right? So you're adding a waw over here. That's all he's trying to tell you. Right? That you could not write just Ab Muhammad. You have to write Abu Muhammad. You're adding a waw. Like, Inda we learn that it means with or to have in both of these things. Lam we covered that it means belonging. So you could say ka belonging to you, belonging to him, belonging to her, belonging to me. And you say li akhun, I have a brother, li famun, I have a mouth. So akhun, famun, these are all the words of Asma'ul Khamsa. Okay, then besides that, we have verbs that we've been covering before. One of them is dhahaba, and dhahaba is for 2, and dhahabu is for multiple. So we learned dhahabta, you went. Dhahabta. I will try to post the charts for dama'ir, which is what we covered today, and also the verbs as well. In terms of, we've covered these before, for example, dhahaba, dhahaba, dhahabu, and then dhahabat, dhahabata, dhahab, and then dhahabta, dhahabtuma, dhahabtu. And then dhahabti, dhahabtuma, dhahab.
Kullu.
And then dhahabtu, and dhahab. So this is a chart that you guys will learn for all the past verbs. It's going to be the same chart, but obviously it will adjust with whatever it comes with.
Last one, last row, first one.
Uh-huh.
Like that. Would it be Zahabi?
Which one?
The last row, first
Yeah.
one.
This one?
Yeah.
No, this one will be dhahabu. They went.
No, I'm
This one?
talking the last row.
This one?
I can't see either.
Zahab.
This one?
Yeah, this row and the first one. From
No,
the,
this will be dhahabtu.
the up to.
Yes. So I'm gonna go over it real quickly. So first, I wanna again. I said I'm gonna post a much clearer one of this. This is just to explain to you guys. First of all, this is for third person, and it's for male. This is for third person, and it's for female. This one is for second person. I'm speaking directly to somebody. And it's for male. And this one is for second person. And it is for male as well. And this one is for first person. Okay. Now, this one is for singular. This one is for dual. And this one is for plural. More than. Okay. Now I want to show the difference of all of these. This one is dhahaba. This one is dhahaba. This one is dhahabu. This one is dhahabat. This one is dhahabata. This one is dhahabna. This one is dhahabta. Dhahabta. This one is dhahabtuma. This one is dhahabtum. This one is dhahabti. And this one is dhahabtuma. This one and this one are the same. These two are the same. It will stay the same. And then this one is dhahabna or dhahabtumna. And then this one is dhahabtu. And this one is dhahabna. And this one will stay the same as this one as well. It will be dhahabna. Okay. So you see the difference, very minute differences there. But remember, third person, second person, and then first person. And singular, dual, plural. And so that's why I said, when you start to practice these, you will have to practice them so much that any word somebody throws at you, you could conjugate it with this, right? The ideal would be dhahaba, dhahaba, dhahabu, dhahaba, dhahabata, dhahabna, dhahabta, dhahabtuma, dhahabtum, dhahabti, dhahabtuma, dhahabna, dhahabta, dhahabtuma, dhahabna. Now, if somebody was to give you like slipper, say slipper, slippera, slipperu, slipperat, slippera, like any word that's given to you, you should be able to conjugate it with this. Because all of the past tense of all verbs, you will basically be using the same chart to chart it out. And based on that, speaking, whether you're speaking to a third person, okay, I'm speaking to a girl. She's not here right now. I want to talk about Aisha. She's not here. And I want to say that she went. Which one should I use? Aisha is not here right now. And I want to say she went. Which one should I use? In this chart. Right here. Dhahabat. She, it's a singular. Third person, female, she went. This one. Okay, I want to say we went. Where's we? Well, I have to go to plural because we are plural. I have to go to first person because I'm talking about us. So I'm going to use this one. Dhahabna. I want to say they, two people, male, went. Right? Dr. Saab and Engineer Saab, they went. I want to talk about two people. Which one? I'm going to go to dual. I'm going to go to third person. I'm going to go to male. And it's right here. Dhahaba. Right? So that's how you'll basically be able to know which verb to use based on who you're speaking about. Understood? We spoke about the Hamza, Usama, Muawiyah, that these are all, These are all mamnu min as-sarf, defenders. We spoke about ma'a, it means with. The word after it, just like inda, will have a ja, a majroor. Ba is the same thing. It could mean with, just like la or ba or fi. If you add it before something, it will become majroor like this. And ma over here is ma an-nafiya. We've learned before ma ul-istifham. Ma hada, what is this? But ma could also come for no. Ma indi sayyara, I do not have a car. And so that's the ma over here. Ma could come for both meaning depending on the context. Zamil is colleague, classmate. Az-zawj is husband. Tifl is child. Fata is young man. And wahid is one. And this brings us to the end of this book. Alhamdulillah, you should feel very proud. You should try to revise everything. We've covered almost, I think we've had like 9-10 lessons so far. So if you were able to participate in most of these, it's a big accomplishment. You should be thankful to Allah for it.
Will you review next class?
Should we review? It's up to you guys. You guys want to move on to the next lesson, or you guys want to have a review session? Review session? That's fine. Maybe what you guys can do is, you guys can go over everything from the beginning of the book all the way till the end, and come with questions like, what do you need help with? And I can help you with that. I will be here on this coming Monday. How about this? On the 29th, we can have, on the 29th, we can have a review session, and on the 6th, we have a test. I think unless we have a test or a quiz, it's okay, we're not gonna make it public, it's just gonna be for you, but at least you get an idea of where you are, right? At least you'll get an idea. It's not gonna be public, it's gonna stay with me, you'll get an idea of where you stand. And, you know, to make it easy, next week I can have a review week, whatever you need help with, whatever questions you have, so that'll be the 29th. I can have a review week for you, and on the 6th, we can have a test. Is that fair? That's fair. And then on the test part, nobody's agreeing to. And then on the 13th, inshallah, we can start the next book, and hopefully at the end of
Maybe
that
a
book.
test could be take home.
Take home test? Honestly, I wouldn't mind. I mean, you know, but I think the whole idea is for us to review, right? To review as much as we can. It gives you 2 weeks. We have 2 weeks to review. Next week will be a review session for everyone, and on the 6th will be the test for everyone.
Is it a written test?
Yes, written test.
So you can make a.
Yes, I'll make a sheet and I'll give it to you guys. Maybe like, you know, 20 questions, and if somebody brings something to eat, you get some brownie points. No, just joking. But yeah, it shouldn't be hard. It'll be something from these 10 lessons. Nothing too difficult. Everybody got it? Do we have time to go to the Quran tarjuma, or we don't have time? Time. طيب.
This is on time.
Huh?
6 seconds left.
26 seconds.
He shouldn't call the.
Okay. ठीक है, if we have a then it's fine. طيب إن شاء الله.